Thanks everyone for tuning in for my talk. I am Soumik, a postdoctoral researcher working at the Johns Hopkins University in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. And like last year, the end of last year, I had the opportunity to teach a course in Hopkins to undergrad students. And based upon their feedback and experience, I could collect some of the data, which I'm going to present to you in this talk. The title of my talk is Worth 1,000 Words, Effects of Video Integration and Experimental Demonstrations in a Nanoplasmonic Course. So I'll be speaking on the effect of so I'll intersperse my classes with video demonstrations and experiments, and basically this project was on what are the positive or negative effects these integration had on student learning. Next slide, please. Yeah. So the question I asked in my car project was, do context-based videos enhance student learning? Okay. So in this course, which I taught to this undergrad class, so the basic teaching goal was how to convey the basic concepts of plasmonics to students from different backgrounds. So this course was basically designed for freshmen, and so Hopkins has a very interesting course structure for this kind of course, so which is called Hopkins Engineering Applications and Research Tutorials, or HEART course. And topic of my course was nanoplasmonics in medicine and biology. Since all the students were freshmen and they had like limited exposure to the fundamentals which are actually needed to understand the basic concepts of this course, so it was basically a challenge to cater to the interest of this diverse population of students. So so the number of students were very limited in my course. There were 5 students. And evidently they were like they had no previous exposure to the plasmonics or to optics in general and to nanoplasmonics. Okay, so so the students had different expectations from this course. Like some of them wanted to understand how this knowledge fits into their field, analyzing how optics fits into biology, and they also wanted to have some mathematical insights, and they also wanted to understand whether they want to pursue research in optics in future, or understand what is nanobiotechnology or importance of plasmonics in medicine. So as you can see, my class consisted of students coming from different backgrounds like mechanical engineering, biology, neuroscience, and biomedical engineering. So based upon the data, the data which I collected from this class was basically from 2 questionnaires, which was one of them was collected from initially before the commencement of the course, and the last one was after the completion of the course. Next slide, please. So so this is the initial student survey. So it showed the student readiness. So you can see, as you can see from the graph, hardly any student knew about nanoplasmonics. They had limited knowledge of optics, and they also knew about nanoparticles, but it was not in depth. So so the goal of this course was how to convey these fundamentals in 10 hours of lectures without overburdening the students with basic concepts and with physics and other engineering concepts. Next slide, please. So the hypothesis was the context-based videos have been known to enhance learners' retention and motivation. So one of my motivation to include this kind of context-based video in the classroom was that it was in a research, it was found that actually swimmers, upcoming swimmers, found it easier to learn different techniques of swimming by analyzing video demonstrations. So I kind of thought that why not include this kind of videos to convey concepts to students and then see the outcome. The another hypothesis was that context-based videos will also quicken or accelerate the learning of the student in a short course like HEART. And also like experimental demonstrations in conjunction with the videos can help in grasping the concept efficiently. So the proposed intervention which was like incorporate relevant videos in the lectures, dedicate a few classes on experimental demonstrations, and also survey the student response in form of questionnaires. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the some of the examples of class designs as you can see on the slide. So on the left side, in the example 1, so it was typically a class on plasmonic photothermal therapy, like heating of nanoparticles to kill cancer cells. So we started off with a short video, followed by a short lecture, followed by a discussion, and then research group, like demonstration of this kind of research in different labs in the campus itself. So it was really interesting. So I started off with a short video of using liquid nitrogen instead to kill breast cancer cells. So this work was done in a lab in Johns Hopkins itself by an undergrad. So the students immediately got excited and they wanted to know more about this kind of research. But so after showing this video, I could actually relate that just like how cold burning is used to kill cells, how heating can also be used to kill cells, and what are the advantages or disadvantages if I compare these two kinds of techniques. So it was then I also like incorporated different discussions in the classes, like think share or raise of hands or kind of like informal discussions in the class.
So we're at three more minutes.
And as you can see, I demonstrated the fabrication of these nanoparticles in the same nanoparticles which are used in this class. I demonstrated them experimentally. So both of this video and the experiments get them exposure to real-life applications. Next slide, please. So as you can see here, the students actually thought that the videos, the course would have been not have been better with without the videos, and also like they agreed with me that the video should be a integral part of this kind of like short hard courses, and also they were like motivated to search for like similar videos online even after the completion of the course. So clearly the videos actually improve student satisfaction. Next slide, please. So compared to the experimental demonstrations, students actually preferred actual like videos over experimental demonstrations. So this was actually surprising to me, but still like we have to take these results with a pinch of salt, because the number of students in the class was really low in order to get a really statistically significant result. Next slide, please. Yeah. So the implications of attempting this kind of learning technique is so the students thought that the videos were like integral part of the course, and students preferred videos over experimental demonstration, and students also wanted to take similar courses in the future. So in terms of like limitations, so there was no control group as such to study the effect of these videos. And also there were like low number of participants. So in the future, it will be really interesting to see. So if through comprehensive assessment of students to determine whether this kind of technique is useful for student learning. So finally, I would like to acknowledge my advisor Ishan, Kelly, and the team in Teaching Academy in Hopkins. Dennis for going through my slides, and of course all my students who have given me wonderful feedback. Thank you, and I will be happy to answer any questions.
Great, thanks, Soumik. I know we have very short time, but let's welcome questions.
Yeah, so mostly there are a lot of videos available on from online, like from YouTube, and interestingly, like sometimes one of the videos I made myself. Yeah, so I wanted to show some effects. So it all depends. Like so, I would really acknowledge all the videos, the sources from where I took the videos, so that the students can go and see more, watch more videos from the sources.
Great, thanks, Soumik. Much appreciated.